Okay, next up is Queixada. So Queixada can be a little bit of a tricky move to learn because there's a lot of different steps to it. So I'm going to break it down. So you can start it from Jenga. This is the way that I find it the easiest to do because you'll know exactly where you need to turn. You can also start it just standing, just turn to the side. From Jenga, it makes it a little bit easier because you're already back. So if I do a Jenga, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to turn my body, and this is the tricky part. So whichever leg is in front is the leg that's going to go up. So this leg is not going to be the one that's going to go up. It's going to be this leg, the front leg. So I'm going to do it slowly. So I'm going to take this right leg, stand it here. It's not going to move. I'm going to bring this leg back so that I have a little bit of leeway so I can kind of do my kick properly. So you just need to make sure that this leg is back. Now, take this leg and bring it up in a clockwise motion, like this. Now, the trick with this one is to practice it slowly. So look, here's what it looks like if you're doing it slower. Don't worry about height. You just want to get the right motion. The right motion, it's like Luna de French, but you're doing it from the side. So your leg goes up and over. Now, if you feel like this is a little too easy, keep a couple of things in mind and practice a couple of things. Try doing it from the Jenga or in a sequence. So if I want to do a sequence, for example, I'm going to do Luna de French, and back, Queixada. Now, if you want to also do it from another sequence, you can do Luna de French, look back, turn back, Queixada. The other thing you want to keep in mind is your arms. So if you're having trouble balancing yourself, I always recommend using your arms. So pay attention to where my arms are. I have them in front of my face here, and that allows me to keep my balance when I'm going over. So I usually use my arms to kind of push like this. So if you ever see me do Queixada and you see me do this, it's so that I can keep that balance. Now, I'm in a little bit of a small space, but if you have enough room, try and land your foot in the back instead of a little crossed. So instead of landing it like I was, over here, try and land it back here. If you're in a small space, don't worry about where you land it, because if you accidentally overshoot it and hit something, just practice it like this. So from a Jenga, step forward, step back. This leg's going to go up and over, like so. It lands back here. From there, you can go right back into Jenga. So Queixada to Jenga, like this. So one last note, just if you're having trouble with the direction, think about it like which leg is forward is the leg that's going to turn. So, and depending on where you stand is where you're going to do Queixada. So if I'm standing here, I'm not going to do Queixada this way. I'm going to do it over. Think about it like a clock. A clock doesn't necessarily go, if I'm using a clock, I want it to go like this. Clock doesn't go like that. It goes like this. So my leg, it's like a clock. And I land back. From the other side, this leg is going to go forward. This leg's going to stay here. This leg's going to go back. And I'm going to, again, like a clock. Think about it like this. And land back. Okay, so practice that as many times as you can if you want. If you're having any issues and you want to just like DM me or something, like just let me know, because I know this move can be kind of tricky.